Hello boys and girls, let's do some math. So we are working really hard with our subtraction and we've learned a couple of different strategies that we're going to practice again today. We're not going to move on yet. We're going to practice and make sure that we're all getting really strong with our subtraction. And to do that, I brought along a couple friends. Come on in. We have HR, Rough and Stuff. Hello boys and girls. And Barry Allen. Hello, boys and girls. All right, HR and Barry Allen. Now, I brought you in because we're going to demonstrate something real quick. Sounds good to me, Mr. T. All right. So, take a look. We have two superheroes here. One, hello, and two, hello. Now, this could be a subtraction problem. If we have two and one of them leaves, we're left with 1. Very good. Now, if we have 2 and both of them leave, we're left with none. So that is 2 minus 2 equals 0. How about this one? Come on back. If we have 2 and we take none of them away, it's 2 minus 0, and that equals 1, 2. We still have 2. All right? Very nice. We're the best. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Maybe I'll bring you back in a minute, okay? All right. And off they go. Now, we can write those problems out we just went over real quick. We were talking about subtracting different amounts, right? We started off with 2. 2 superheroes. 1 superhero went away. 2 minus 1. And it equaled 1. The other one we had 2 superheroes, and both of them flew away. So 2 flew away, and we were left with 0 superheroes. Right? 0 superheroes. Now, finally, if we had 2 superheroes, and none of them left, 2 minus 0 would equal, I almost put 0, would equal 2, right? Because we didn't take anything away, it remains the same. If I have 2 and I take nothing away, I still have 2, right? Yeah. So let's practice a couple of problems using our cubes. So if you have your cubes handy, please grab them. If you don't, go ahead and push pause and go grab your cubes if you know where they're at. If you use something else, like if you use little rocks or you use little bears, that's perfect too, okay? All right. So here we have cubes, right? We're going to count out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take it apart. So we're going to start just slow right now. Start low. So there's our 5 cubes, right? 5 cubes. Now we can use this to help us with a number of different problems, right? If I had 5 and I took away 3, let's say, I'm left with how many? 2, right? So when we look at that on our whiteboard or on our paper, it looks like this. Right? 5 minus 3 equals, we figured out that it was 2. Right? 5 minus 3. And this is just another way of writing this. Sometimes you'll get a problem that looks like this, where one's on top of the other. Sometimes you'll get a problem that looks like this. It's written out in like a sentence form. Alright? Doesn't matter which way it's written out, the answer stays the same. Okay? It doesn't change the answer. Doesn't change the answer. Alright, let's look at another one. We had 5 minus 3 equals 2. Why don't we get a little bit more? Why don't we take all 10? We haven't done that. 10 cubes. Alright, you guys have your 10 cubes together? Okay. We have our 10 cubes. And let's take away, you know what, let's take away a big number. Let's take away 8 of them. Take away 8. So my problem is this. 10 minus 8. 10 minus 8. Alright, did you take 8 away? What do you have? Let's see. Here's my 10. Let me count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. Take them away. And we're left with 2. So 10 minus 8 equals 2. Now, what would happen if you didn't have your cubes? What would happen? Well, you can always draw a picture. I can draw 10 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's my 10 cubes, and then I'm taking away how many? 8. So I'll circle and cross out 8 of these. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay. Circle those, cross them out, and then last step is what? Count the ones that are left out, or the ones remaining. 1, 2. So if I didn't have my cubes, I could always do it that way. Or if I just preferred, that way I can do it. Alright, let's do another one with the cubes before we move to our next. 10 cubes again. 10 cubes. Why don't we take away 2? Let's take away 2. And what do you get? If you have 10 cubes and you take away 2. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you get 8? 10 minus 2 is 8. Good. Okay. Now, another strategy, another tool that we have is our number line. And I know your number line looks a little bit different, but it doesn't really matter. Some of you, I know, have been using a ruler, and that's great too. You can use a ruler. It goes up, rulers go up to 12. Most rulers go up to 12. So you can use that. But we want to get real familiar with this because this might be your favorite strategy. I don't know. And we can do those same problems that we did just a few minutes ago with these ones. So I can start off, let's see. We had 5 minus 1. Alright? And 5 minus 1 done on a number line. Start at 5. Alright? You're going to find 5. And you're going to go back 1. Because you're taking 1 away, so it's getting smaller. So you're going back by 1. So we're going to hop back 1. So make 1 jump, let's say. A jump. Ready? 1. There's our 1 jump. What did we land on? 4. So 5 minus 1 equals 4. And we had, let's see, let's do 10 minus 8. So the first step, when you get a problem like this, you see that it's 10 minus 8, is you're going to find the 10. Find 10 on the number line. And there it is. And it's minus 8, so that means we're going to hop backwards, jump backwards, 8 jumps. So we have to count. Right? Count each time we land. Alright? Don't count right here, like before you start jumping. Every time you land is when you count. So let's see. 8 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I landed on 2. Look at that. So 10 minus 8 is 2. Now let's look at this. We've been subtracting part, right? What about if we subtract all? What about if we subtract all? So let's start at 8 and let's take away 8. Let's do that on a number line and see what it looks like. So we find 8. And we know that we're going to jump 8 times because it's 8 minus 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that. What did it end on? 0. So 8 minus 8 is 0. Now, what about if we take away none? So let's go 5 minus 0. What is 5 minus 0 and how does that look on a number line? Let's just see. Here's 5. Found my 5. Now let's take away 0. Ready? So we jump 0 times. Ready? Go. Where we at? That's right. It doesn't move. We're not moving it because we're taking away 0. So it's 5 minus 0 equals 5. Alright, so our strategies that we can use, we have our dots, we have our cubes, we have our number line. Whatever works best for you, I want you to do that. Now tonight, I want you to practice on your math facts sheet that's in your black folder. That's the one that has a bunch of different 1 minute math. I think the title says 1 minute math, but it has a bunch of different problems on there. I want you to do as many of those as you can, okay? And then I'm going to post up a workbook page that I want you guys to complete right here on Dojo. You can do it right on Dojo, or you can write the problems out yourself, okay? All right, boys and girls, thank you for joining me for math. Thank you for doing so much work. I know this is tough, but you guys are doing great. You guys are doing really, really well. We're going to be moving on from subtraction soon, but we got to make sure that we've got it down. Isn't that right, H.R. Ruff and stuff? Oh, yes. Isn't that right over there, Barry Allen? Well, yes, it is. All right. Thank you guys for joining me and my superhero team. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye. Bye-bye.